Hello everyone! This time we have a brand new monarch. Continuing off with the unfortunate death of Fortunatus, the man named after Fortunatus of Todi, we have his grandson, Fabianus. He will be the man to unite the kingdom. All we need is to get Bari, Salerno, and Sicily, and we will grow to strengths we have never had before. So far, I do not have a spouse, but I will gain one through an alliance. Who is the nearest I can ally? The Duchy of Thessalonica. I am 9, so she's a little young. And she's Polician. Is my regent... He is diplomatic. He is vengeful, impatient, and diligent. And he is my father. So he's good. So I really like him. My mother, I really, really liked, but she was, you know, she had to be a hoe. Alright. So focus. I'm going to change my education focus to be martial. I'm going to pull a chancellor and assign Count of Aquila. I'm going to assign my vassal and knight to be Comos James. And Comosita, she is not skilled enough to be a true good marshal. But perhaps this man is. Spread Roman culture so I can emerge it with Greek at some point. Cultural acceptance. Yes, let's actually do that. I want this boy to be the one to combine the Greek culture with the Roman culture. We still need 10,050. 10,050 prestige. I am still a child, so I can't declare war. I guess we should speed ahead. Formed an alliance with the Dukes. Duke Simeon. Alright. Ooh, look what I have found, Fabianus. An entire keg of mead. I took it while the cooks weren't looking, Marcia says to me. What are we waiting for? Let's drink it all before anyone notices. Ooh. So I could gain the trait Diligent, Gregarious, or I could get the trait Temperate. I think this is the trait. Let's check my father's trait. He is diligent, so I will probably go for diligence. I will be like my father. As for my grandfather... Nope, that's the wrong side of my grandfather's tree. So my mother, Hadriana Verus. How am I related to the Emperor? This is my mother. She's Hadriana. She's a Verus. Her parents is Sylvia. Oh, so he's my great-grandson. And he was zealous, forgiving, and compassionate, Fortunatus. So I will become diligent. Buryats. So Mongol and Hunnic cultures are expanding. Ooh, okay. So Mongolic cultures are expanding across my empire. Maybe, if it's an interesting idea to you all, maybe we form Neo-Roman with these new Mongolian-like cultures and Hunnic cultures that are traveling through the collapsed Byzantine Empire and into southern Italy, making a Mongolic Roman culture instead of a Greco-Roman. I wonder what you guys think of the idea. I might make a poll on my YouTube channel as soon as this video goes up. Or maybe before. Who knows? Magnia. A peasant leader. No, I will not fall for a peasant. My own mother do this to me. My father might not be my father. It might be the mayor of... Oh, no. My mother is straight up just evil. Holy sh... Poor Yaquis. And I have a pet cat now. I'll call him Paws. I'm gonna spend time improving with my dad. You know what? I might have him be my educator. What faith am I? Orthodox? I should be Catholic. Was my grandfather Catholic? Yeah, I should be Catholic. I'll let my dad convert my religion. My mother's a monster. Second of line to inherit the chiefdom of Naga. Now that's crazy. I could inherit land in Ethiopia. Well, just north of Ethiopia, more Sudan, but still. Very, very interesting. And the Sahara Empire has grown quite a bit bigger. Do I want cowardly or arbitrary? If I remember correctly, my father is none of those things, but he is impatient and vengeful. My grandfather, my mother, is vengeful, brave, and chaste, which is a surprise. Looking up the family line, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with arbitrary, because none of my family are cowards. In fact, some of my family are very brave, but we are a very vengeful group, so I think the best course of action would be to go for arbitrary. Pause the gift giver. Gave me 2 gold. Thank her. Arranged betrothal between my brother, Prince Gonzalli of Italy, and my sister Marcia Veris. She has no lands, right? I see no reason the Queen of Italy can't do that. I don't want my bully anywhere near me, so doing that is only really beneficial. So how much more do we need to create a kingdom? We have the money, we do not have the duchies. I need 9, I have 5. Hybrid French and Aachener cultures. So where did this new Aachener culture appear? Diverged from Franconian. Interesting. I'm assuming the king of... Yeah, there is no Aachener leader, I guess. He's Rylander. Nassau is still Franconian. Strasbourg is Franconian. Lingadau is Franconian. Bresengau, Swabia. Swabia's Dutch. Yeah, I see no reason why this should be happening. Strange. Torshitaru. No, this is Torrid. Oh god, they're Muslims are Muslims are in Italy. Muslims are in Italy. They're spreading. Oh no. Will she become my vassal? Is there any way to make her my vassal? No, but she is a member of the family. So if I could beat Thessalia... I can't go to war yet because I'm still a child. How old am I? 13? By the end of this episode, I should be able to declare war and expand a little bit. Alright. I only need 5 provinces. So, if I get Bari and Salerno, and then Sicily, and then basically most of Italy, I should be good. Gregarious or temperate? Back to the board. Father is none of it. He knows French and Dutch. What languages do I know? I know French and Latin. Alright. My mother knows Latin and Sudanese, because of who her father was, I'm guessing. And my grandfather, was he temperate? He was forgiving. He wasn't temperate, but he was a religious man, so I'll go with that. Because I was basically raised by my father and my grandfather, less than my mother, who was a hoe. Keep up the good work. Rat-free in Reggio Calabria. Or in Reggio, can't believe I forgot its name. It's Reggio Calabria. Reggio Calabria. Good. I've converted to Catholicism. Good. Demand conversion doesn't work on her. Anita, demand conversion. 57% she'll accept. Oh, she only wished for my salvation. I only wished for her salvation and she refused. A shame. She will learn to accept my rule. There are laws in this world. And there are laws for a reason. I'll compensate her. I think I'd be honest to my word, by and large. I'm arbitrary, so my word doesn't mean much, but at least I'm going to be honest about it. The Catholic Holy Order founded the Knights Templar, established in Signy. Barony of Signy. Interesting. The Knights Templar have been formed. I'm guessing that means Crusades are going to happen soon. Alright, take the reins, my friend. I trust you. Alright. Playdate. Magnia. Oh, I've got a crush on a commoner. It's a shame it just isn't meant to be. I know a place just for him. He could be a knight. Good. Dux Fabianus, you are a man now. With the help of Yahuis, I have finally concluded my studies in the art of warfare. I am disappointed in my results, as I really think I could have done better. As I take my first steps into adulthood, I find myself reminiscing about some of the people who have made an impact on the man I have become. I had some memorable times with Magnia. She truly helped me both understand myself and love. Things Marcia put me through as a child still weigh heavy on me, and every time I see her, my mood is sure to sour. I wonder if Marcia remembers the things that I put her through when we were young. Dang. I gain the trait Tough Soldier, at least. So I'm not the greatest, but I've got Tough Soldier. Another dark day, but with Bishop Macbeth making a mockery of me during his sermons. I'll make a few concessions just to calm his mind. Chivalry focus. Now to do the grand wedding. There will be no travel. Gain gracious host. Increased prestige gain. Alright, the grand wedding is happening. She's on her way. Lustful, eccentric, and vengeful. How much like my mother and father she is. A real combo. Aw, Countess Anita. She's starting to warm up to me. She said my cat's cute. That's very nice of her. Alright. The event is going to begin in just 1 month, just a few days, and here it goes, it starts. It always feels amazing when you have been planning something for so long and spent so much money on it, and then it's finally there. Everything is ready, the decorations are in place, the guests are interlinking, and servants scurry around with loaded dishes. I am pacing around in excitement and nervousness when my future spouse Melissa appears, radiant and in her finest attire. Great. Alright. So, sorry about that pause, but I can't wait. I've noticed the growling crowd of commoners surrounding the event for a while, but I didn't expect us to see a small troop of them assaulting the kitchens and trying to guzzle down as much wine and roast swan as they can. How did they get in? I'm temperate. Let them share in our merriment. When we are finally standing face to face, I can see Melissa's nervous fidgeting, that she is hardly at ease. Her eyes avoid mine, and the grimace that's shaping on her mouth tells me all I need to know. She doesn't like me. I'll make her like me. Everyone is excited and amazed at the magnificence of the wedding venue. But Pope Leo, since his arrival, Leo has been prowling, searching for any pretext to complain. Are you wearing any makeup? Those colorful veils are sinful. What is with all this unchaste mingling? This is all a show of luxury and lust. Yes, and I'm going to enjoy it too. Or I'm ashamed of myself. I am a Christian man. This Pope is being a party pooper. When the ceremony finally reaches its climax, both me and my spouse are asked for our formal consent. I am barely paying attention, buzzing as I am with excitement for the imminent celebration. Piles of delicious food, limitless drinks, and many happy faces to share with all of them. I can't imagine anything better, but for the time being, let us get the formalities over with. I want to spend the rest of my life with Melissa. I do. But for what feels like an eternity has passed since the ceremony began, and now I am finally free. I really look forward to the most interesting part of the day, the banquet. Of course, I have also gained a spouse out of the whole ordeal, but I'll have time to think about it when the feast will have a proper smile on my face. For now, let's celebrate! Is there anything more jovial than a good feast? Guests throng to and fro, eating and chatting while flickering torchlight plays at every wall, light, and bouncing laughter around the hall. Of course, not everything's quite how I like it, but that is the nature of these gatherings. Next time, things will be different, and the spice of change gives me something to look forward to. Sometimes, it's nice to simply sit back and enjoy the little things in life. A chance to be seen with the great and the good. Everyone in good spirits. On my left, a group of children hypnotized by the jugglers. On my right, poets declaim their greatest compositions to an adoring crowd. However, the whole banquet falls silent when a crowd of dancers bearing torches make their way to the center of the venue, inviting guests to join with them. The view is breathtaking in the low lights of the early evening. The torches light up their smiling faces against the darkening sky and cast interwoven patterns into their shadows. It all looks amazing until Bamnaka trips and knocks a torch from a neighboring hand and sets his flows of flame. I must do something. I saved him. Featuring exotic treats, elaborate culinary artwork, and rich colors with richer accents. The banquet's chefs have gone all out for the wedding. My seat near both Queen Sophie, so the mother of the Queen of Italy, and the mother of one of my nieces, and Pope Leo share their opinions about the spread. A good feast, I think, chortled Sophie, Plenty of thoughts into making an experience without losing any sight of the important things. It's good, Leo spits, but it's not quite enough for me. I like more of a hectic feast than this. Well, I'm not along without paying attention. I don't agree with either of them. Neither does my character. The hall is awash with righteous parade of acting troops, dancing musicians, and exotic charlatans. Dancing guests en masse. Near my seat, both Pope Leo and Prince Ardena share their opinions on the display. I've got a lot of respect for performers, muses Leo. It takes quite skill to make a falsehood into a paying profession. I can barely hear myself think, Ardena half whimpers. It's so overwhelming. Oh, guy's shy. I still agree with Leo. The Pope's got a point. The feast has started winding down, with everyone satiated and tired, but the day is still not over for Melissa and me. The procession of guests leading us to our bedchamber for the legitimacy of the wedding depends on it being consummated. Leave the room to ourselves. I would say it's tradition, but I also think that my character would have heart enough, being temperate and arbitrary, he might just bar the door. Melissa and I are led to the chambers by the wedding party. Bishop Macbeth blesses our marital bed before tucking us in, pouring us a cup of strong spiced wine and directing us to drink it. We turned to look at each other. There we go. When finally the last guest leaves, I look around the deserted venue, the food leftovers, the spilled wine on the floor, the echoes of people's laughter still lingering in the air, and I feel satisfied. What an amazing day. I did a very fine job organizing it. Thank you all for coming. What a wedding. Available Dynasty Legacy. I can continue with glory and get renowned name. Nice. So things going on here are just crazy. This is incredible. Alright, now kingdom titles. If I get to this point, I won't have enough to form Sicily yet. I don't have the money, but I can save that back up quickly. All I need is to gain more territory, basically. Bari. He is at war. Alright. Salerno. At war with who? He's got quite a bit more power than me. Who is my wife's mother? Her brother holds all the power now. It's a shame I didn't keep him as an ally for longer. But a jihad. No. I don't want a jihad. What am I talking about? That was the thing. I wish I could go to Sardinia and attack the Taurids, but currently I don't have the ability. The Lachons and the Bonifazi are both getting pretty powerful. Salerno is still relatively weak, but I still need to be able to gain a chance to attack them. I could make my hybrid culture now, but I'm not going to. I'm going to wait until next episode, when you guys have all made responses. I will assign the Constance to this. No, I'll assign the Baroness, and Constance will go right here. Alright. will talk to the Pope. Pope Leo likes me quite a bit, at least a little bit. I could ask him for a claim, perhaps. I could get claim on the King of East Francia or Principality of Benevento. Do I want this claim? Yes, I do. I want the Principality of Benevento. I will prove myself a worthy ruler. I could declare war. So far, I have no allies. So I would need to hire the Hornblower. First of the Anglo-Saxon champions. Leo of Holm. I need my father. Bearer. I will call him the King's Guard. And he will be a disciplinarian and a marauder. First of noble virtue. Alright, I'll accept that name instead. He is my father. The successor. I don't have a successor for them yet, but I will at some point. Seek a worthy successor. That would take money I do not quite have. End of the Regency. Offer... I'll offer him a favor. I love my father. He's a good guy. She's my chancellor. Her heir is... I think her sister? Yeah, her sister. And both of them would be pretty smart. This one seems like she'd be a pretty honest and fair. I'll do protected in return for high taxation and high troops using my hook. Modify. There we go. And my wife is pregnant. It means I will be able to get an ally very soon. I'll be able to get an ally very soon. In just about 9 months. And then once I have an ally, I'll be able to attack Benevento. And the territory it could give me for Kingdom Title of Sicily is actually quite large. And she's no longer pregnant. Oh, dang, that hurts. My wife may not like him, but I sit gesturing to my council to do the same. The most powerful people in the realm are here. I open my mouth and speak, and meow. I look around for the culprit. Meow. Paws hops on the table, purring contently. He butts his head into my hand happily. Melissa, meanwhile, purses her lips in disapproval. Perhaps we can have the animal removed, my lord. We have business of much importance to discuss. Look, honey, I love you, but this is my cat. I'm not ditching my cat. I love my cat, and my cat is perfect. Countess of Napoli. That's where they get most of their strength. Interesting. She's pregnant again. This could hopefully work. It would result in my first kid and quite possibly the foundation of the Kingdom of Sicily if I win this war. So I will move where the armies goes. My son and heir. Ooh. Let's get him a good Roman name. Octavianus, Precisus, Saturnus, Magnus, Maximus, Justinian. Pontinius, Romulus, Yeah, you know what, let's name him Romulus. Not only after one of the first kings of Rome, but also after my friend. I'm good with that. My son Romulus will be my successor. Get him alliance. That's a 10-year-old. She is 2. Duchy of Balaton. They could be an incredibly strong ally. They're Slovenes, and they control a massive swath of territory that's... Oh, wow, Slovene culture has grown quite large. The Avars are almost extinct in Europe. The Magyars are being pushed back. The Croatians have massive amounts of territories here. Carpathians. Oh no, it's Karatanian. I've never even heard of this culture. Is this, Slovakian? No, because this is Slovakia. This is Slovenia. So wait, Slovenians have gone to Slovakia, which is strange and interesting. There is a group called the Kataranians over in Slovenia and southern Austria. Dorachin is a new culture, which was branched off from Greek, which is interesting. There's the Russo-Khazar, who have taken over the Khazar Khaganate. Jewish Russo-Khazar at that, so they're Kazakhstani and Russian. The Polish and the North Germans are about the same. Norse culture has spread to be Norse Gael, controlling all of Ireland, so the Irish culture is dead. Gaelic is all over Scotland still. Pretty much the same places that it is even today. Cumbrian is still quite large considering, normally it's exterminated by this point. Welsh and Cornish are both fully intact, and Anglo-Saxon has formed. It's doing well for itself. Aachen is already dying. Aachener. Just interesting. Just so very interesting. And this has become Buryati too. Buryat culture. Buryat culture is very much Mongolian. This is a very interesting thing we could do. We can't combine with Sicilian, but we could combine with Greek, or we could combine with Buryat. I guess I'll leave that up to you in a poll on my channel. And you'll respond to it within the next week. Hopefully you guys will make a choice. Alright. But with this new alliance, theoretically I could win. If my ally is not currently at war. He is. He's attacking Lower Brisnia, so I won't do war yet. When he... Oh, Bosnia. When he defeats Bosnia, then I will ask him to help me in a war. Pause betrayal. Is that some cooing I hear? Sounds some muffled meows. Sat in an enclave is Consarios. Paws cuddled in his arms. The feline looks at him adoringly, limbs tucked in like a babe's, and the smitten Catalanius rocks him lovingly. I offer a greeting, but though the human responds, the cat merely purrs contentedly and burrows his face into the crook of his arms. Despite myself, I feel something of a pang of jealousy. Oh. Oh, that's depressing. That's so sad. Scandalous priest, what did he do? The Catholic world has been shocked to learn that my Bishop Macboethus has been routinely lying to the local priests. He's apparently been turning them into acting on false information in order to advance his furtive schemes. While scandals among the clergy are nothing new, it is disquieting for one to occur so close to home. This bastard. Yeah, condemn him for his transgressions. Yeah, you're not my bishop anymore for long. Oh, my martial point. Bella Justinium. Could I go for strategist or stalwart leader? Gonna go for stalwart leader first. Balton, is the war almost over? Looks like it will be soon, even if it isn't already. And then we will go to attack on Beneviento. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. That idiot belongs in my dungeon. No, thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'm not going to call you an idiot for defending me. Also, Italy has expanded massively. It has gone into Bavaria, conquering almost the entirety of the region. It has spread all the way down the Croatian coast, including most of Bosnia and its borders. I think that spreads all the way down to Montenegro's borders of the modern world. Dang. It's gotten pretty freaking powerful. And my court physician has died. I will need to get a new one soon. Alright, the war there has ended. And if we have time left today, we do not, actually. It is 5 minutes over. 5 minutes over time. Oh well. Anyways, this has been a really fun recording session. We've gotten our king. He's the age of 19. He's got a son named Romulus, after my friend. And after the first king of Rome. He has really consolidated power. He's gotten friends in Epirus. And he's befriended them. In fact, the despot of Epirus is the sibling of my wife. If I looked at it correctly. Yes, she is the sibling of my wife. He is the sibling of my wife. So, with how the world is right now, a lot of stuff's going on. Mongolia has started growing. Khazaria is now a Russo-Kazakh state. Just everything is turning quite interesting. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.